All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Devil's Advocate. This is the show where one of us will be defending a certain point, and the other person will be attacking, or vice versa. Who knows?
And one of the other versions is just wrong usually.
Is wrong. I think that's up to the audience to determine who is wrong, since they get to play the judge and jury. So the issue today is, or the issue this time is, dibs. Now, for all of you who are not familiar with what dibs are basically when a man lays claim to something, whether it be a seat or, a certain,
Leftovers,
perhaps. Food, yes, or sometimes a particular angel of the female mystique, a woman. Gotta sugar it up because I don't think you want women to think they're considered the next place as a seat or food.
Right.
But yes, women. Sometimes, most often, men call dibs on women. And I'm sure women call dibs on men. So, this notion of dibs is what we are talking here. What is dibs, or what defines dibs, or when is dibs actually appropriate? I would first of all like to make my opening statement that dibs, when it comes to women, is if I knew her first and I bring her around, then I have automatic dibs. She's my contact. She's my introduction into whatever world that I bring her into. So therefore, by default, automatically assume that guy has dibs until otherwise is said.
Now, that certainly is a lovely sugar-coated Candyland version of what dibs can be described as. But I think where most of us live...
Give us the truth, Dark Knight.
In the real world...
In Gotham, yes. Tell us. How is it in Gotham? The dark, mean streets?
In the real world where we reside, the truth of the matter is... This is an uncomfortable truth for many, but one that I think is a good rule of thumb in this scenario. The only real true determination for dibs...
What's that?
It's a wedding ring. It's a ring.
Oh.
Sit.
What?
Sit.
A ring?
That does it.
You're taking it all the way to marriage.
That's what
that
truly
is
determines dibs.
So up until a person
really
is
comes
married,
down to it,
why stop at weddings? Why stop there? Why is there a line? Why is that a respectable line?
Because I feel like that. What do you mean, why is it? So you're going to discredit the entire institution?
Absolutely, because it discredits itself. When you talk about an institution that has a less than 50% success rate, then yeah, it's not as sacred as people like to say it is. And therefore, if you're going to draw the line at marriage, holy shit, marriage? That means you think if somebody's been dating a girl for 10 years, because they're not married, you technically have the same right to walk up to her and wow.
Look.
Oh my! How have you not gotten beaten up or kidnapped or killed by now?
Let me clarify further. Now, I think it's an important understanding that, all right, there is a special circumstance and a special line that is drawn with marriage.
By the government, yes.
In interpersonal relations.
Oh, man.
Now.
Okay.
What I'm really getting at it with this point is that when someone is in a relationship, let's say someone is in a committed relationship.
Okay.
Right? They are dating one person. This other person is dating them solely. There's no one else involved.
Yes.
Now, me as an individual, I don't seek out women who are involved in these types of relationships because I feel like that's inherently disrespectful. Right?
Yes, correct.
Right. However, for example, if there was a scenario where you happen to meet a young lady, y'all happen to get involved, perhaps there was some bodily fluids exchanged. In that scenario, if you were to find out after said exchange happened, hey, by the way, I got a boyfriend. Now, you of course wouldn't necessarily like that situation. However, I don't think that you would be able to be held accountable for what happened, being that there's what are you laughing at?
What?
I'm serious. You don't have to. You are not wrong for not respecting that situation.
But the same thing could be said if she was married and didn't have a ring on, and then afterwards she says that you were tricked. We're not talking about deception here. We're talking about dibs. Please stick to the issue. He does this all the time. He just sticks to the issue. The issue is
I'm talking
dibs.
about the issue.
If a man, if her boyfriend walked up and was like, "Yo, dude, that's my girlfriend," you couldn't be like, So, you could absolutely punch you in the face. Granted.
And then the other question becomes, well, she knows that she's your girlfriend. Why is she over here in the first place?
That is another... Your Honor, he is not even debating the issue.
What do you mean?
That has nothing to do with Dibs.
I'm saying that you're expecting someone to honor a Dibs when when it may not be clear that that's the case.
Wait. It is common knowledge that Dibs is something that is vocally announced. When somebody calls, absolutely. That's why you call Dibs.
Of course.
Dibs is, it's like shotgun. It's not like shotgun is a known thing. It's like somebody could go to the car, they can be like, shotgun. And now if you disrespect it after the fact, then that's where you cross the line.
Look,
if some dude says,
no one is debating
Dibs,
whether shotgun should be respected
well, then that's
or not.
what I'm saying. Dibs, if I call Dibs, then that is something that you are well aware of. We're not talking about when there's ambiguity. I'm just saying, for my peace of mind, whenever I see a guy bring a girl around, I just automatically assume they got Dibs until I find out otherwise. But if somebody clearly calls Dibs,
if she's giving you other signals, at that point,
yeah,
this idea of Dibs becomes very questionable. It becomes a very shadowy, murky place to reside in.
You said everything up until marriage.
I mean,
so even if I bring my girl around, that's my girl. You know that's my girl. But she's making
do I know it's your girl?
Yes,
do I know
because
it's your girl?
I've introduced her. I was like, yo,
do I know it's your girl?
Yes, in this scenario, you know she's my girl.
Okay.
But according to your definition, even though you know she's my girl, as long as we're not married, then it's like, fuck it, dude. It's all good. You didn't put a ring on that, so therefore, ipso facto, it's fair game. Word?
No.
You're the one that said that.
What I'm saying is that if you want to roll with your scenario,
Your Honor,
for a
his debate is not very clear right now.
What is unclear?
I'm saying that everything up until marriage is fair game.
I'm going back to the point that in a scenario where a relationship, even in your scenario, you say, "All right, this is your girl, right?"
Dibs. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm listening to you.
This is your girl. Y'all are together.
You know you my girl.
You bring her around. I think that.
Hey girl, this is Hottie, this is girl.
Think of it as in if I can draw an analogy right now to free market capitalism, right? Where we live in an open market where there is an essence of competition that is inherent in this system. I think it applies very easily to the dating world because, look, the fact of the matter is there is competition out here for men, both men and women. And the fact that you may be with someone who is desirable, perhaps, and if you aren't able to deal with the fact that there's going to be competition.
I'm not worried about competition, but we're talking about with friends. Like, Dibs amongst your friend circle is like, dude, what? What kind of wild animals do you run with that's acceptable? Then it's like, yo, dog, I know that's your girl and all that shit, but guess what? Game on, player. May the best man win. I know that's your girl, but what? It's like, dear God, yes, there has to be such things as loyalty. That's your boy. Dude, I'm not even being as crazy as being like, yo, if I've ever dated a girl, then I got Dibs for life. There's dudes who are like that extreme. There are people out there who'll be like, yo, if I ever date a girl and we break up and we're not together, I got Dibs for life. Until you come up to me and ask me if it's okay, you can't date that dude's girl. There are people who believe that they live by that code, by that creed. I'm not even taking it to that extreme.
That has to be stated and understood.
That's a whole nother discussion. But this is talking about Dibs, is that I got a girl I'm interested in. I bring her around. I'm like, yo, I really like this girl, Dibs. Don't fucking put the smooth talk on her. This is the girl.
I think you're referencing specific scenarios, I believe. Are you referencing specific scenarios?
As in things that have actually happened?
Things that have actually happened.
Between us or just in general, like, in my past life? Like, I would think that I've never brought a girl around really, like, and you play around. Like, I'll play around and joke and be like, yo, dog, don't get too friendly. You know that's my girl. That's just jokes. But I can't remember a clear time when I brought a girl that I liked around my friends, and then one of my friends, not only knowing that I liked her, made advances on her. I've never had that happen. But I'm just saying, for the debate of Dibs, if you bring a girl around, if let's say we're all at the beach, right? We're all at the beach, it's beach day. Yo, we're chilling, and we're all hanging out, and then you're like, yo, Lou's coming through with some friends. And I bring this girl around, I'm like, hey, howdy, this is XYZ. And you're like, oh shit, she's a cutie.
Like
but
XYZ
we came together. We hanging out together the whole time.
Now you came together with other people?
No, just her and I came together. I brought her to the group. I brought her to the fold.
Brought her to the group.
All right,
okay.
XYZ is my girl that I brought through. And I've been telling you, I'm like, y'all gonna bring this girl around too.
Oh, so you brought this up
previously. So I bring XYZ. You can't tell me that when I bring her through, you're gonna be like, yo, I don't see a ring on her finger. That means they ain't in matrimony. That means it's only macaroni. It's fair game. Let's do this. What?
I'm
Dude,
saying.
What kind of friend are you?
I'm saying. Honestly, if you want to take that perspective on it, let me ask that question. What kind of friend am I?
Yeah.
The kind of friend who wants to make sure that his friends are in the best relationships possible.
So you're doing this to test
individuals
her.
possible.
Oh wow, you are no one knows about this. I couldn't recognize you without your wings and your halo over. I didn't know you were an angel. You were a saint. I did not know this.
Just doing good work out here. Just trying to look out for the people that I care about. And sometimes that means doing things that some people may not like necessarily, but it's all for a purpose that is ultimately
choking on
no, look, because I feel so passionately about it, because it hits me in such it kicks me in such a special place.
It doesn't kick you. It kick you in your head.
It hits me in a special place. So that's why passion coming out of here. That's what this is. It's passion. Yeah. So if you bring XYZ to the beach and all of a sudden me and XYZ we're just we're having a conversation, just chopping it up, and then all of a sudden she's like, oh, you looking like you might need a little suntan lotion there. It's hot out here. You need to make sure that you're protected from sun rays.
And she starts rubbing it up on you. And you be like, yo, whatever. Live and let live.
Look, while I may be putting on...
Live and let live.
While I may be putting on...
Shit like that's going to be like live and let die. That's
while I may be putting on that exterior, what I may be putting on that exterior, in my mind, what I'm thinking is, this chick ain't shit. Lou can do so much better.
Oh my God. And so you're doing that for me. Wow. Oh, wow. That still is not going against with the debate of dibs. Clearly, when a man has dibs, it must be upheld. All right? Dibs is a sacred code between men, and we must protect the integrity of dibs. Because if we don't have dibs, if we lose the respect and the value that we give to dibs, then we are no different from the animals. No different. That's my closing statement.
Look, I'm just saying, what?
I just thought you were going to start talking about the wolves you were raised by. And you guys had a different code. Amongst the wolf pack, it's like you eat or be eaten. That's how we lived. It's murder.
I know that's a brutal landscape for you to imagine.
Very.
But again, we already stated in the beginning of this situation, you were off in Candyland, and I was over here in the real world with the rest of us.
The dark real world of Gotham.
Let me tell you this.
When you watched 300 and they were like throwing those babies into the wilderness and having them come back, were you like, yes, that is how child rearing should be? Are you that dude? Is that why all this is familiar to you?
I'm sorry if this shatters certain predisposed notions that you have.
I just don't understand how you've existed this long without someone coming back to be like, yo, you know what Pac says. Live by the gun, die by the gun.
Pac said a lot of things.
All
right.
He also said, if you take a man's woman, then don't be surprised if you die by the gun. Also, I think that was one of his. It was in the pages of his journal before he died. I think that's what the whole problem with him, Biggie was. Biggie was like taking pages.
No, we're not gonna get into your knowledge of exactly what.
That should be a definite.
We're not getting into
devil's advocate.
Your knowledge and understanding of hip hop. And
that's
what
a good
that
issue. That's an issue we
relevance
should get to next. We should save that one.
I don't even know if you want to go there.
I do want to go there.
Okay.
That's what devil's advocate is all about. We go to the places that people don't think we should go to. We go there. All right. And I will defend my views on that.
Indeed. I would get
to the audience.
Put your best foot forward on that. Put both of them forward.
Both my feet forward because they're both good.
No. We're going to have you like Kunta walking around here good footless. That's what it's about to be. Yeah.
Kunta Kinte.
Yeah.
I'll never recant. I'm not going to call. Don't make me call myself Toby. I'm Kunta Kinte.
Good luck with it. That's all I got to say.
Well, guys, that's it for Dibs. I don't think he has any more to say. Once again,
I think I've made myself very clear.
You know what? Why don't we let the audience be the judge of what that. If you agree with his views on Dibs, please say so. If you support my traditional view of Dibs, then please say so and let us know.
Traditional view
Dibs.
of Dibs.
You know,
Please.
it's a holy sacred thing.